Alright, everyone, and welcome back to That Variety Nerd. I'm Christina, and today we are diving back into some more Sims 4 renovation goodness. So, today we are diving into Forgotten Hollow. Again, I've been working back and forth on renovations between Forgotten Hollow and also in Granite Falls because they're the smaller worlds, and we gotta start somewhere, right? I think I have like one more lot left in Outdoor Retreats, Granite Falls. I just didn't bother with that community lot, which is the national park, because I just did not want to mess around with that because I feel like that's part of the charm to the pack, so I didn't really want to do anything to it. Anyway, around, as mentioned in my last renovation video, which came out on Saturday, I think. That sounds right. Or I don't remember when it came out. When did the last video come out? Oh yeah, this video. Oh wait, yeah, on Sunday. Yeah, so Sunday was the last video, and today is what? Tuesday, when this is out. So yeah, just so you know, this was recorded. This was basically taken directly from Twitch onto. Yeah, I just saved it directly from Twitch. But we get to talk about technical issues, so get excited about that. Um, so yeah, I've had nothing but technical problems for the last couple of weeks. Some of you might have noticed I haven't been streaming as much and all of that good stuff. And so I am here to address all those concerns because it is all technical related. I'm glad it's over for the time being. Anyway, around. So what happened was that it all started probably mid-July, I would say. There were a couple times on Twitch where my laptop just was not charging. Like it would just say plugged in, not charging. Didn't think much of it. I'm like, okay, maybe like I just need a new adapter. I've had this adapter for about a year and a half. I use this computer literally all the time. Like everything that I need and use is like on my laptop. Kind of bad, but also not the worst thing ever. So anyway, getting back to it. Also, I really love the exterior of this house. I just love how this turned out. So I got the charger. I was good for about 3 weeks up until August 11th, so just a few weeks ago. The laptop charger would not work and it just would not charge. Like it would say it would be plugged in, but like sometimes it wouldn't even recognize that it was plugged in, which was kind of concerning. So then, even better news was that Monday, I opened up my computer to, do my usual thing, like, check my emails because school was coming back in session. I wanted to get my information that I needed heading into the first, week or so of classes, typical first week of, typical sort of like, transition period back to school, right? Right. So then, guess what happened? My battery literally died. It said, your battery is at the end of its life. Your battery's dead. Like it just was not starting. It was kind of bad. And so the next day, on Tuesday, and if you're following this, this is also the Monday I'm referring to as August 12th. Also on that week, we found out that we were getting cable and internet wiring done in my building, so I had to hear nothing but drilling for a few days. It was not great, but it's been totally worth it, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. So then the battery died on the 12th. On the 13th was when the repair shop, I took it to the repair shop that was like right up the street. There's like a couple of different ones right by my apartment, so I really lucked out on that. And so I kind of knew what was going on, and they were basically like, okay, you don't need to pay a fee because you know how, like, sometimes they have to give you, like, those diagnostic fees if they don't know what's going on exactly? So that's kind of what happened. So I thankfully avoided that because I knew what was going on. I knew what was wrong with the computer. It was just like it was literally a dead battery. So then the computer was working at 8% for like the 48 hours I had to wait because I had to order the battery for me to use it. And because my battery is an internal battery, that's why I had to go get it fixed. If it was like more of an external battery, I probably would have been able to figure it out. But for the most part, it's internal. I was trying to unscrew it myself. Like, I was seriously trying because, like, I'm a grad student. I kind of want to figure out things. You know what I mean? I want to figure out things before I pay for things, like, if that makes any sense, or at least try it myself. But anyway, around getting back to it, so that Thursday we got the battery fixed, but it still wasn't charging. So I went back on Friday, and they were like, "Oh, okay, maybe it's a charger thing." So they just straight up didn't charge me for an extra charger. So that was quite nice. And they totally didn't have to do that, but like they were just like, "Yeah, you already paid for a battery, like you're good." And I'm like, Sweet. So the new charger's been working. The new battery is amazing. Like I can literally just leave my charger at home, which is freaking fantastic. My battery, it lasts. It depends on if I'm using the internet hardcore. It really depends on the usage. Even when I'm surfing or working on my online classes or grading or anything like that, it works for like 5 to 6 hours. It's like that good. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can just leave my charger at home. That way I don't have to worry about damaging it or anything like that. The only time I would really need it is if I'm going to be like spending overnight somewhere or like traveling, stuff like that. But then it was working and it was charging. So also, I think it might have been Wednesday. Oh yeah, yeah. So Wednesday, I think it was. I don't remember which day it was. I think it was probably either that Wednesday or Thursday. I'm pretty positive. But all of a sudden, my internet just like did not. It was like just shut off, I think, or something for the time being, because we were getting the whole. I think I mentioned this in a few previous videos and over the summer as well. But we had an internet rewiring and cable rewiring, which basically was like our wiring was just really old, and so we had to get like brand new modems, internet, all that. We had to get like an overhaul on everything. So they had to do it in like two phases. The first phase happened. Um, my phases happened like within a week or two apart of each other. So it happened, I think, this week. I was originally supposed to get it that following week on the 20th, but yeah, I think it was the 20th. I was supposed to get everything like redone essentially, but they moved it up a week. So it was like the 13th, I think. So like that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday sort of area was when they got to me, which was great. So I had to be home for that. I had no internet, so that was not great, at least while they were working in the apartment and rewiring everything. That took literally like 3 to 4 hours, and I heard like all this drilling because they were working on multiple apartments at a time and multiple buildings, so I heard like nonstop drilling for like 2 or 3 days. So I just like stayed out at like Starbucks and like my local coffee shops and all that stuff. Again, support your local coffee shops. They're wonderful. Oh yeah, I just tried a new one recently and I'm really stoked about it and I'm going back there as soon as possible. Really wonderful experience. Either way around, so by the time Saturday rolled around, I had a fully functioning computer. Haven't had any, knock on wood, haven't had any issues since then. Okay, I hope nobody answers their door after I just knocked on wood. Anyway, around, so Saturday we got technically Friday we got an email because they finished rewiring, I think Thursday or something like that, so like a day or two after my apartment. So yeah, I was one of the last people to get their apartment rewired. They had to do it externally and internally. I think it was kind of wild. It was wild to say the least. So then I checked my email. Friday they sent us an email saying that we would have spotty to no internet next week because they were going to be officially upgrading the internet, meaning that instead of sharing the internet with everybody in the building, I am now I have my own private internet, which is freaking fantastic. And you'll see that coming up on future streams. Like there's little to no lag. It's wonderful. There's every once in a while it'll just poop out for a second or two, but usually a restart and it works. So I haven't really had many issues, and even then it's just a quick restart. Sometimes it just has a little hiccup, and I think that's normal. So then it gets even better. So the following week, Monday morning, I woke up. We had no internet. I did have cable, so I could at least watch cable, but I had like no internet. And this is a week before school starts. Like not, it's like a week and it's like the week before classes start. And so like I'm teaching this semester and also taking classes and all that good stuff, like graduate student life. So the week before classes and we didn't have internet for a whole week basically. That sucked. So like between that was happening, my computer problem got resolved, so that was quite cool. But then I had the whole like no, I just did not have internet in my apartment from Monday until like Thursday evening or something because Thursday I had to go to campus to get like pictures and stuff like that. Normal routine stuff, returning presentations, like all that good stuff. So this is where it gets actually really funny. So like, well, actually, there's two funny things. One thing that happened on campus, and then while I was like at my course, I was at like my training. Yeah, I was at my training that week. So the first thing was at like in one of the dorms on campus because I had to go to a meeting slash lunch sort of thing, and I had stuff going on. I think Tuesday afternoon. So I'm like, okay, well, They said in the email I don't need to be home. That's fine. I don't care. Like, I just want my internet back. I was getting desperate at some point. But yeah, so on that Tuesday, I was at campus, and literally I saw like four, I'm not even joking. I have photo evidence of this. But I saw like literally like I think trucks full of like new washers and dryers or something wild like that. And yeah, they were just getting like entire building or two. Like I think, yeah, they were just replacing washers and dryers. It was kind of entertaining because the first thing I saw on my way to this building that I was supposed to go to for lunch was like next to the dorm or in the dorm or something like that. I know I should be saying dorm. My past life was in like res life slash like housing and stuff. So well, it's pretty much res life. They're two different branches, but they're usually underneath the same stuff. Anyway, around, I went past the res halls, as we affectionately call them. You will refer to them as dorms. I will refer to them as res halls. So res hall life, that was happening. This was like when people, like the early movers, were moving in because I think everybody moved in the next day because they just do one big move-in day or something, or two big move-in days. So like Monday was a big one. I had to go to campus for something. I don't remember what the heck I went to campus for. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out like where all my classes were, to be a good student. Like I want to be on campus and like get my desk and stuff like that. Like basically like school supply shopping too. Like I need to get a few things on campus and just get some stuff done. And so then on, yeah, Monday and Wednesday were just terrible because everybody was like moving in and stuff. So then like when I was again, like Tuesday, it was just like, okay, cool. I guess we're gonna have 40 washing machines like right out. It was so funny. I'm not even joking about this. But anyway, around Wednesday I was still without internet, but I was on campus a good chunk of the day. I think I went to Starbucks too or something like that, or went to some sort of coffee shop. And then on Thursday, I get home from doing, returner stuff. I think we had a meeting or something like that, or whatever. I had to be on campus for a couple of things, which was fine. I didn't mind. I got myself some lunch, I think, to like celebrate just everything just getting back to halfway normal. That's how I'm going to refer to this as. Also, as a side note, in this renovation, one of the walls in like that blue and white room that eventually turns into a red room, which I realize is like synonymous sounding with 50 Shades of Grey, but you know what? You'll see what I mean. There's like a whole side that's like still blue, in the kind of reddish room. So the bigger room, none of the walls are painted the same. It's fine. But anyway, to wrap up my technical woes, so I finally got internet back on Thursday, but it was really funny. So I didn't get home until like 5, 6 o'clock, something like that. And like they were still working on the last few apartments, I think. They were only like going to be around like for that one week, just because they had to replace cable boxes and they also had to install like the modems and then like the Wi-Fi booster, which was quite nice. So yeah, I actually have like an actual like looking halfway decent looking setup now. I don't need to worry about my Ethernet ports. I'm still gonna obviously keep Ethernet installed on, well, not installed. What am I talking about? I still have my Ethernet adapter and all that, like just in case. But like, I think it was on Friday night. Yeah, this past Friday night, I was streaming on Twitch. And you'll see it in the next renovation video, because obviously that one's a little bit more up to date. That one was actually streamed and I recorded it at the same time and I had no issues with the Wi-Fi. I had zero dropped frames. I don't know how the heck that happened. Anyway, that was my technical woes. I had internet back Thursday evening, so that gave me, I think I had like 4 days in total to get everything prepared for the first day back. It was kind of bad, but so yeah, I had a really weird, like really rough, just August altogether, and yeah, so there was that. But anyway, around, we are about to get into the screenshots in just a few minutes. You'll sort of see what I'm talking about in just a second, but again, I didn't adequately get all the walls painted as well as I wanted to, so there's that. And you'll see that in like just a second. It's kind of bad, but it's fine. Anyway, around, I hope you all like this build. I actually really like how this turned out, especially the exterior. You'll see the one that comes out on, I think it's going to be Thursday. That sounds about right. So the next renovation video is actually going to be back in Granite Falls. I really, 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 really love how that one turned out. So, again, all these any sort of renovations are up on the gallery under that Variety Nerd. And yeah, anytime that I work on renovations on or off screen, I upload them to the gallery. So yeah. All right, everyone. So we got ourselves some screenshots happening over here. So again, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the like, subscribe, and please comment on all of that fun stuff here on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch and sometimes Mixer, so go follow me on those outlets as well. So as always, I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.